Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm Di, and today I'm sharing with you my first impressions on the Monochrome Manga Club series reads for the month of May. The Monochrome Manga Club is an in real life manga club that I host at a local Barnes & Noble, in which we read two first in the series reads, and we are currently doing two series reads. So our selections for May were Volume 1 of Rainbow Days by Minami Mizuno. This one is published by Viz, rated older teen. We also read Volume 1 of The World After the Fall. This is illustrated by Undead Gamja, original story by Sing & Song, and adapted by S. Seinen. This one is published by Issei Press, rated teen. And then our series reads were Erased, Volume 4 by Kei Sanbei. This is published by Yen Press, rated teen. And then we also finished our series read of Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba by reading volumes 21, 22, and 23 by Koyoharu Gotoge. This one is published by Viz, rated teen. So because this is a first impressions video, I will not be talking about my thoughts on Erased or Demon Slayer in this video, but I will link a video down in the description box below in case you're interested in hearing my thoughts on those. They will be in my DSIS 19 diaries. It actually should be up this coming Wednesday. So like I said, I will link it down in the description box below in case you're interested in hearing my thoughts on those. But let's get to my thoughts on the first in the series reads. And we'll start off with Rainbow Days by Minami Mizuno. So this is a story about a group of 4 guys who are high school students and their friends. And we kind of follow their romantic escapades. And I guess we kind of also see how their friendship gets strengthened throughout what they go through. And so this is a series that I have been wanting to read for a while. I didn't think this was actually going to get picked up for translation, but I was really happy when I saw that it did because it sounded like it would be something that I'd be interested in. So I had high hopes for this volume. Unfortunately, I was a little bit disappointed. This kind of felt a little bit like the daily lives of high school boys. There were a lot of shenanigans, a lot of outrageous things. They were doing lots of stupid stuff. And it wasn't what I had expected. I thought that we'd be following these guys, with their romantic relationships. We already know by the summary on the cover that 3 of the 4 guys already have girlfriends when this thing starts. And I thought we'd be watching them, go through their dating lives and see what kinds of things they do. And this ended up being more about the guys having failed relationships or having problems with their relationships. And it wasn't that happy, uplifting kind of feeling that I was kind of hoping for. I don't know. The cover just kind of makes it seem like it's going to be happy-go-lucky and really, sweet romance and stuff like that. And that's definitely not what I got here, though I can kind of see where it could go in that direction in future volumes. So by the end of this volume, I can already see some growth with our characters and see potential possible relationships in the works. So I'm looking forward to reading more of the series. I definitely will because, like I said, I had high hopes for the series. It's been a series that I've been anticipating for quite a while. And I'm really hoping that this turns around for me and becomes something that I enjoy. But this volume just didn't hit the mark for me. So I will be continuing. But this one wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. Now let's talk about The World After the Fall. So this is a full color manhwa. And from the summary, it kind of makes it sound like the same kind of story you get from Solo Leveling or Tomb Raider King. We're in a world where suddenly all of these towers start coming up and people are offered the opportunity to become tower walkers, which basically means that they are able to go into the tower and basically clear it of the demons. This particular tower that we're dealing with has 100 levels. I'm not sure if all of the towers that pop up have that many levels, Because really in this one, we're just following our main character here. I believe his name is Jaehwan. Yeah. Um, who goes and becomes a tower walker and fights his way to the top. And kind of unlocks secrets about the tower and how it works and things like that. I will say that right at the beginning, right at the get-go, I thought, okay, is this gonna be different enough for me than Tomb Raider King or Solo Leveling? Because I have read quite a bit of Solo Leveling. I am reading it in the light novels, but I did read the first volume in the manhwa, and I just prefer the way that the light novels are done. To me, I get a lot more story in the light novel than I do with the manhwa, but I did enjoy how it was laid out in the manhwa. Now, Tomb Raider King, I am reading, or I have read the first one in the manhwa. I do expect to continue that one also in manhwa. But kind of the way that it's laid out, the layout is very, very similar. Like the text boxes are the same, the font that they're using is the same, and the way that the game boxes come up, like giving you the opportunity to become a tower walker, and you know how they level up and things like that. All the boxes like that, the font that they're using for those boxes, and the look of the box itself all looks the same. So very early on when I started to see those boxes and everything, I was like, oh no, you know, is this just going to be a slight twist on that whole save the world from the monsters type of thing? But I ended up continuing it. I don't really enjoy our main character, if I'm honest. I don't feel like we get a lot of like what he did before, I guess. We don't get enough for me to be able to make a connection with him, I guess is what I'm saying. But we do see him fighting in the tower and making comrades. I wouldn't say he's made friends, but making comrades. And he just kind of seems standoffish. He's very nonchalant about the whole situation. And I don't know, there was something missing for me with him. Whereas in Solo Leveling, I felt a connection with our main character there. In Tomb Raider King, not so much a connection with our main character, but the things that were going on in the world around him was interesting to me. So I was a little bit, I don't know if disappointed is the right word with how things were with this one, but I did find that it was different enough from Solo Leveling and Tomb Raider King that I am still interested in continuing with this one. There's something that happens towards the end of this volume that kind of opens up a whole new set of possibilities, and I'm interested to see where that goes. I also have some questions in regards to some of the things that we are told and shown at the end of this volume. And so I'd like to see where those go. So as of right now, I am definitely going to continue to the next one, at least. But I'm interested to see where this one will go. Hopefully, I'll be able to connect with our character more. I'll, get some answers as to what's going on with this world and kind of click pieces together. But this was interesting. I did enjoy it. The art style is really, really nice. I enjoyed the full color layout, and it was an interesting story. It was a nice ride. I would say I probably enjoyed this a bit more than Rainbow Days, but I'm interested to see where this one goes as well. So I'll definitely be continuing on to the next one. And so that is what we read for the May selections. Before I let you go, I do want to let you know what we will be reading in June. So because June is Pride Month, we will be reading Pride manga. The Manga Pride Readathon is also happening again in June. So I will link a video if there is one. I know there's one coming, but I'll at least link the Instagram post if you're interested in checking out what that's all about. The Manga Pride Readathon is always a lot of fun. Basically, there is a bingo board, and if you'd like to read to the bingo board, you can. But I basically read whatever I want to, as long as it's LGBTQIA plus content manga, and then try to fit it in on the bingo board as I go. But yeah, we are reading some LGBTQIA plus manga in the month of June for the Monochrome Manga Club. So the first of the first volumes we will be reading is Sotus, Volume 1. This is art by Kay and original story by Bittersweet. This is published by Yen Press, rated older teen. This is a Thai BL story, which I thought was interesting because I haven't yet read a Thai BL. I believe this is a live action drama as well. But this says Sotus, an educational system in which upperclassmen impose training, discipline, and challenges on underclassmen. In the engineering department of a Thai university, Arthit is head hazer, infamous for his harsh trials. The incoming class must prove themselves worthy to join him in order to receive the department's symbol, the gear. But all Arthit's plans are thrown out of whack when first-year Kongpob declares he'll steal the gear from him, quote unquote, "I'll make you my wife." So I thought this sounded like it was going to be an enjoyable ride. Like I said, it's also Thai, which is not something that I am familiar with at all. So I thought that would be interesting as well. This is pretty new as far as releases go, so I'm really interested in that also. And so yes, we will be reading Sotus Volume 1. And then we will also be reading Volume 1 of Yuri Is My Job. This is by Mimon, published by Kodansha, rated teen. This says the maiden awakens. Hime is a picture-perfect high school princess. She's admired by all and never trips up. So when she accidentally injures a cafe manager named Mai, she's willing to cover some shifts to keep her facade intact. To Hime's surprise, the cafe is themed after a private school where the all-female staff always puts on their best act for their loyal customers. However, under the guidance of the most graceful girl there, she can't help but blush and blunder. Beneath all the frills and laughter, Hime feels tension brewing as she finds out more about her new job and her budding feelings. This says the highly anticipated romantic dramedy from the Yuri magazine that brought you Yuri, and Citrus. So obviously this is a GL, and so we have a GL and a BL. So I'm really looking forward to both of those. And then as far as our series reads go, we will be reading the final volume of Erased, which is Volume 5. Now, the story of Erased completes in Volume 4, but the mangaka still had a little bit to tell. I believe this follows some of the other characters that we meet throughout the first 4 omnibus. So I'm really interested to see what all that's about. And so we will be reading that to finish off that series. But because we finished off Demon Slayer, we did have a slot for another series read. And per the vote from my manga club members, they have decided that they would like to read Full Metal Alchemist. This is by Hiromu Arakawa, published by Viz, rated teen. I'm sure you all know what Full Metal Alchemist is about. It follows our 2 brothers here, and they do something they're not supposed to do, which lands them in a world of trouble. And they end up going on a quest for the Philosopher's Stone to try to set things right and have adventures along the way. I have read this one, this particular volume, but I haven't continued because I don't usually like to have more than one long series on the go at one time. But they were really passionate about wanting to read this, and so we will be reading it. We're actually going to be reading 3 volumes a month. So we're increasing the amount of volumes we will be reading. So it's actually not going to take us too long to finish Full Metal. So we're actually going to be doing volumes 1 through 3, which is why I'm showing you the 3-in-1 edition here. These are the editions that I have. And so, yes, I'm excited to read this one and chat about it with my members. I think my daughter and I might do a soft read-a-watch along as we're reading through. We have already watched the anime adaptation as well as Brotherhood. And so, yes, really excited for this and looking forward to it. If you are interested in participating in any of these reads and telling me what you thought about them, we do have a Discord, which is linked down in the description box below. Feel free to read the volumes and chat with me at any time on the Discord or down in the description box below of these videos. I'd be happy to hear what you have to say about these and whether or not you'd be continuing these series. And that's pretty much all I have for you today. So let me know down in the comments below if you have read any of the selections I talked about here, or if you plan on reading any of the selections for June, or if you're planning on participating in the Manga Pride Readathon. I'd love to know that as well. And if nothing else, and you'd just like to let me know that you were here, if you could leave me a rainbow emoji down in the comments below, that would be greatly appreciated and would really help me out, and that will do it for me today. So I hope you're all doing great. I hope you're all safe and healthy. And until next time, take care and smile always. Bye.